And welcome back to Let's Play Outer Worlds, Episode 9. Hey, prisoner here.
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Even alive.
I don't know. The vital processes
Yeah,
that
of
constitute
course.
the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma. I've got all the time in Halcyon.
Alright then. Why? What's in here that's so valuable? Not much. There's all this stuff, like, abandoned. I really need to get you an actual mask so I don't keep on thinking that you're a marauder. Good on me. No, I'm N-Raid for some reason. They're dizzy, I guess?
You're fast.
Try my best. Oh yeah, I'm fucking over encumbered already. Oh, that's not where I wanted to be. What the hell are you? It's like a hive. From 5 at least. Let me guess.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
Spacer's Choice, the brand of choice for space.
Uh-huh.
Music to my ears.
There's a heavy gun then that uses light ammo. You asked for it, and Space of Choice provides. Here, Blade. Steel Blade doesn't just slice, it shocks. You put him through a row and hit him.
Spacer's Choice. Music to my ears.
Heavy Marauder armor is going to be more durable. Plus, it's nice.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing.
Something to report?
You know it.
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me? Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. Was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me? Mabel Burgess. Age 37. Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork. Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
What's this, junior deputy constable?
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
So many people end up marauders.
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
Fair enough. Didn't really answer my question.
Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Yeah, I seem like adrenatime.
Everybody likes adrenatime. It is the finest medical drug ever developed by Spacer's Choice. Much better than that crap anti-Cleo pedals. Sure, a little too much adrenatime can bring out the violent animal in you, but if overdosing on adrenatime turns you into a lunatic, you have only yourself to blame. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of adrenatime.
That's all for now.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Just... the way it goes, I suppose.
Is it really, though? Damn it, the game's not gonna let me just fast travel out of the city. Taste of freedom, huh? But yeah, I'm assuming the reason why Ludwig responded to me like that is because I'm in armor like this. Hi.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm evaluating some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
So, Reed says something about former workers living in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Find Adelaide.
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. I'm trying to figure out and repair my ship.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Oh, yeah, I know her. Yeah.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder Camp. Is she all right?
Yeah, one of them... Yeah, she's fine. They were getting along.
Getting along? What? Sitting around a campfire telling stories? you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged. I'll tell you what I can.
How old do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Yeah, seems a... yeah, let's change the subject.
What is it?
It's Adelaide and then Stefan.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Yeah, you must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Oh, well, yeah. Ask you to consider coming, he's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
You have your power over to him, you mentioned a geopanel.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator, I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid.
Of course.
Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
How much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side?
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
Let's say I help you, what happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Ah, boy, here we fucking go. Anyways.
Oh. That's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Should we talk to him or not?
Oh, didn't see you there. I was, Well, I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati.
Uh-huh.
You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, never too late to start learning. I can give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community
Yeah, I
center
got
kept a
one.
copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those,
I was wondering about it.
I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
One found in the community center archives.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
You know if I find any others.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
Thank you.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
What happened the day Zoe's disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch
Zoe,
the
not
series,
Zoe.
as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
A little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
That's very... What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Can you lend me that copy of the Mass Material?
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Zoe's living with Mars nearby. I need something to tempt her back to camp.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, sprat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
Do I look like I give a damn about your show?
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Will do. So make a choice. Do you love the corporation? Or do you not actually like it? Oh. Hey. Huh.
That's the last of them.
Do I even want their stuff? Not particularly. I mean, I'll take their stuff, but I'm not gonna take their stuff, if you know what I mean. I didn't fucking see it.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Well, tell me about your favorite cereal. Go back to camp. Anyways, that's gonna be for this episode of The Soap.